I got my COVID shot yesterday. Went through the drive-thru. Didn't even have to get out. Didn't have to get around nobody. Like Billy was saying.
Nobody threw a blender at you.
Yeah, nobody threw shit in. They only threw that needle in my arm. That's all I needed, man. It was efficient, too.
That
sure was, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. I drove up to get my shot, and when they did that whole 15-minute thing, I'm in Georgetown. Apparently, Georgetown got a lot of Trump supporters out there.
What you mean, apparently? There was a Trump's-Pence sign across the street.
Right across the street.
You saw it, too?
That little ass banner on that fucking...
I was like, ain't this about a bitch?
Yeah,
just sit there.
Lost, and they still proud. And
go ahead.
I was behind a car that had a Trump bumper sticker on it, and it was at a corner. So what they do is they make people wait 15 minutes. So you pull up behind a car, and if they move the car in front of you, then they pull you up and you wait a little bit. And there was a dude that Trump sticker right there, and I could not wait to see his face. And when the woman told me to come up, I said, I've never sped up to just go 2 feet so fast. I wanted to make sure this dude didn't leave. I went warp speed just to go 2 feet. Of course, it was some old dude, man. But before y'all start thinking like, oh shit, he's about to go up on some big ass prejudicial anti-Trump supporter thing, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. This is I hate to say this because I'm still not. Look, I'm gonna speak my mind. I spoke my mind to these people yesterday. You probably heard me talking about this last night. But I went to a restaurant to get something to eat. And the place ended up just people coming in, man. I went to a place I thought was empty. I ain't gonna lie to you. The windows were open and shit, but I thought it was empty. And all these people came in. Turns out all these people know each other in here. And because I was the one that they didn't know, and I was the only black dude in the bar, fuck this shit. All of them started talking to me, and they didn't come out and say it, but I know that they were Trump supporters because one chick was like sort of a conspiracy chick in a way. Another dude, he threw it off some trans shit, but they were some of the nicest fucking people, man. They were sitting up there buying drinks for me, talking to me, telling me to move to. Now the shit might have been a Get Out type of setup right there.
Yeah. Sounds like the sequel to me.
Did somebody order any tea?
But no. And almost
you got a nice muscle tone here. Let me see your teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
I hear black is in. No, man, they were
basketball.
Yeah, they were nice, man. The thing is, they started like joking around. They asked me about some things and asked me my opinion on stuff, and I said I disagree. I said I don't think so, and then they were actually like, yeah, I could probably see what you're saying. Yeah, they weren't going crazy or anything. One woman told me, she straight up said, I love America. I love America. If you don't like it, get out. Right? And I was like, no. I was like, I don't like America, to be honest with you. I like the concept, but I told her some examples. I said, hey, this is what it's like in my history and what it's like to be me. And she was just like, you know what? I see what you're saying. Unless they thought I was going to lose my shit and just start tearing up the place.
That's exactly what they thought. I'm sorry.
No, they were.
They were doing that because they want to say that we got a black guy on our side.
Yeah.
They do that all the time. We've all experienced that.
Well, I think,
and it's always at a bar.
I would love to, because everybody who's not there, everybody wants to get mad. And I can tell you right now, everybody's getting mad at me because they're like, man, you should have stood up and said something, motherfuckers. That's what I would. No, you wouldn't. What you would have done, took that goddamn drink and drank it just like I did and sat there and laughed just like everybody else. Because you don't want to start no scene, man. It's like, I just learned, like I said, man, I said this before, and people thought, that ain't me. I ain't gonna ever do that. Yes, you fucking would. You would. Because doesn't mean I gotta bend over and get in their ass or agree with them or code switch or anything like that. I told them exactly how I feel, and none of them acting a fucking fool because I'm ready for somebody to act a fool. I'm ready for somebody to like sit up here and make a scene. My wife was at Spectrum yesterday, and there was a dude in there.
Which is cable, by the way.
Cable, yeah.
Yeah, Time Warner
the
cable.
domain.
Yeah. She was getting a new phone, and she'll tell you about it. A dude came in, pulling that whole shit, telling me to wear my mask. Why I gotta wear a mask? He put on the mask, but it just went on the whole time. What is this fucking Nazi America now? What's going on here, right? And he found one other dude to agree with him, so they just were going on and on and on.
Now there's two of them.
And now there's two of them. They just talking loud. And my wife said, "I'm so glad you weren't there because you would have said something." And I wouldn't have tried to fight. I would have tried to beat that. I would have just been like, "Hey, y'all got to calm down, man. If you're saying stuff out loud, you're kind of bullying people. You can't expect people to sit back and just take it, But people, they got more sense than I do. They didn't say shit. So I'm in front of the restaurant, and they have. I can show you the restaurant.
Man.
They have. They got a menu outside. So I was thinking about sitting at this place because they had outside seating out front. So I'm looking at the menu to see what I want before I have to go in and try to get a waitress or something. And there's a woman who walks up, and I didn't hear it. I heard her say, "What the fuck are they talking? They fucking
Prince?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Excuse me, y'all speak another fucking language in Georgia?" And she said, "Get the elk." I was like, "Oh, get the elk!
Get the fuck out! I mean, get the elk.
Get out! Get the fuck out! Get out! Get out!"
Yeah. That's what she said.
But I went in there. They had this soup that was amazing. I got the elk. The elk was cool. But she was sitting at a booth behind me, and it was fine for a while. Then the dude came in, and he knows everybody at the bar. He knows her, and they start talking. He started talking. He has a regular drink. He likes vodka.
Yeah.
Apparently, all the vodka he gets in there, they didn't have it because, hey, Charles, you drink it all. So he didn't have that. And another dude comes in. There's a realtor woman who's sitting in the corner. He's the one that's really getting things going. He's talking, but once he's talking, he's asking me what I do. And everybody starts talking to me, asking me, "Oh, that's interesting," because first of all, they thought I was younger than what I was, and I wasn't. And I told this story yesterday. The woman came over. The woman is actually younger than me, but she came over and she said, and this is probably why she was so cool too, because and you can hear us talk about this last night. She said, "You remind me of my son-in-law." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because he also likes steak, and that's why I recommended the elk to you." And I said, "Is he black too?" And she's like, "Yes, he's black." So,
Yeah, you go ahead and say it. Yeah.
Then and I asked her, I said, "How old is your son?" Your son-in-law, or your stepson or whatever, because she married into this kid, of course. And then she said, "Oh, he's 31." And I was like, "Okay, how old are you?" And she's like 47. Looked awesome for 47, by the way. But I didn't want to say nothing. Because it wasn't because I wanted to be called young, because believe me, I don't get off on that anymore. But she's a woman. I don't want to bring age up or anything, so I didn't say nothing. But then the dude next to me asked me, he's like, So what do you do, young man?" But meanwhile, this guy.
What do you do, boy?
This dude is 55. I'm almost 50. Yeah.
I expect them just circling. Yeah. Hey, another one came up and was talking to me.
This young buck is good for field work right now.
Good stock. Yeah.
What do you do to be able to afford to come in here?
Young man.
Do you drive?
But they were actually cool. I just say, hey, look, I do what every 30-something does, because I don't know how to. Because when I say YouTube, people don't get it.
Yeah.
But if I frame it as something that the kids do, they're like, "Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I have my son's in the YouTube and whatnot." So I told him, "Hey, man, I do what every 30-something does. I'm a YouTuber. Whatever."
My son picks cotton.
And the guy, they actually did the whole shit of like, "You make money off of that?" I was like, yeah. Why wouldn't you? Shit.
No, not what you stole today. I mean, how do you make money off what you do?
I really do believe talking to people, if you just sit down and talk, and that's what's wrong with people. They go online, they do all this shit. Sometimes if you can just talk to people, now another day you might have to whoop a motherfucker's ass, or you might have to cuss somebody out, but they were actually cool.
Fuck
Well,
this shit, man.
the people who hate gay people don't know gay people.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's fine for that, but Spectrum, I would have turned that into Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know right now. Motherfuckers will come flying out the window with that mask shit.
Yeah, man. But if you talk to somebody and they're cool, be cool. Sometimes people get things, they get more information and get a different point of view. When one, you're talking calmly, and two, there's alcohol in the mix. Everybody's cool.
That's true. That's true. I remember talking with a woman, South by Southwest. I was in that, what's that speakeasy bar?
Speakeasy?
No, not
There's one called that. I mean,
No, the one that's based on a floppy disk. Is that the name of it?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
But I was
secret knocking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I was in there
bullshit.
talking to there's a white woman. She was, I would say she's probably about my age. We were having a good conversation, and so unfortunately it went south because it went into her religion, which I was like cool with. I wasn't disrespecting that. I was just like, yeah, I'm not down with it. It's like, yeah, but are you down with abortion? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. It's a choice of people. So you're okay with killing babies? And I was like, damn, we were getting along so well.
that's what
Why'd
I'm
have to
for,
come
yeah.
to this?
Yeah.
That's the best thing with alcohol. It could go either way. It could lubricate the conversation.
Yeah, that's the
Everybody's
thing.
cool.
It was like
but
just
also
because we were drinking alcohol, we were like so friendly.
Yeah.
And then
And I just
somebody
kept trying
says
to like,
something.
let's get it back to where we were before. And she was
And
just
she's like, nah. It's a one-way street, homie.
Yeah.
I can't turn around.